If you are still playing FC 26 in June, then I'm sure you want something that's fun, that's exciting to play, and makes you want to play matches and improve in the game in preparation for FC 27. And I think this 4-3-2-1 can do that exactly for you. So build up style, we're going to go with short passing, and that's going to be really important as I go through the player roles. A defensive approach of balance with 60 line height gives you that nice balance of making sure we're high enough up the pitch to put that press on, aggressive press high up without being too vulnerable, because there is no CDM in the 4-3-2-1. Now, player roles, we're going to start with the striker, advanced forward attack. Now, you've got two supporting cams that are going to help out the striker when going forward, supporting attacks, being in and around the box and close to the striker. So we can have them nice and advanced. I did experiment with target forward, poacher and false nine, but actually with the combination of the two cams, and there are two different roles for both of the cams, I felt like advanced forward attack, which is rare for me on this channel, was actually the best one to go for. Now I'm going to start with the left cam, shadow striker attack. So like I said, we've got the advanced forward on attack. The shadow striker is going to support the advanced forward and going to get in the box, be that close player, look for those 1-2s, look for that extra pass in the box, making that run in the box that is so difficult for the opposition to defend against, especially if they're playing a 4-4-1-1, which so many people still are even in June. Without that CDM, that cam is going to have plenty of space to get in the box and score goals. Now the right cam, slightly different, playmaker on build up. Now they're going to drop in, so think about a player that's got good passing. If they've got incisive passing plus, playstyle plus, tiki-taka, pinged pass, that's going to be really important. Tech will be important as well. Potentially even press proven will be nice. First touch, really nice as well. Now, when I talk about the playmaker, the cam, I need to talk about the right centre mid, playmaker on roaming. Now what is going to happen? Either one, the centre mid on playmaker roaming or the cam on build up, is going to go a little bit wider. So if the cam is central, your centre mid, that playmaker roaming, don't be surprised if you find them more in a right midfielder role. And same, if you've got the ball of the centre mid, do not be surprised if your cam goes into that right mid, right winger position on the pitch. It works really nicely because you get the balance. We don't have width on the left hand side. The shadow striker is going to be fairly narrow, so you get it on the right hand side through the playmaker build up and the playmaker on cam, again giving that option and giving you that space in the middle of the pitch. For the central centre mid, if you are looking to purchase FC 26 coins or points, then head over to eldorado.gg. I personally use them as a little bit of a top up to complete the evos that I want to complete, and of course to get my beloved Liverpool past and present players. I also sometimes delve into the store for a cheeky little pack. The amazing thing with eldorado.gg is that you can check out the reviews, you can go on Trustpilot, and you can pick the exact seller you want, so you have absolute faith and trust in what you are receiving. If you use code ALX, then you get an additional 5% off your order, whether that's coins or points, as a little bit of a money saver. The link is in the description below. We are going holding defend, so they're just going to be that anchor as much as possible, be that support, stop counter attacks. Now it's not a CDM. I think this formation would be absolutely brilliant if we could have a CDM and two centre mids. We can't, so the next best is by having that holding centre mid, but you won't be surprised with the fullback roles when we get there. I think some of you that already know my tactics and know my way of thinking probably can already predict what one of the fullback roles is going to be. But first of all, we're going to go to the left centre mid and we're going to go playmaker attack. Now as you can see, I have got Rio Engamoa. Now he's got really weird positions. He can play centre mid, left wing and left back. I think that's just through the evos that I've put on him. I actually forgot that I could play him centre mid, and it worked really nicely. So think about players you got in your squad, because this centre mid is going to get in the box. They're going to have opportunities to get low driven shots, finesse shots. Engamoa was kind of like, at times, felt more like an inside forward, coming from a central area rather than a centre mid. Now because we've got a shadow striker getting in the box, because we've got an advanced forward nice and high, that gives plenty of space for that centre mid on playmaker attack to get in the box as well. So those three players work really nicely together as a 3 to really cause havoc for the opposition, and it's so much fun to play. Now, I'm not sure if you've used a shadow striker on that left cam with an attacking advance forward on attack and a playmaker attack with centre mid, but if you haven't yet, it might take a little bit of getting used to, kind of like those amount of players getting forward, but once you kind of get used to the movement, it is so much fun to play. Right, the fullbacks now. So yes, full stack defend. Now I've got it on the left back. I would say invert those. So if you change your left back role, so if you change your right back instead to full back defend, also change the left centre mid and the left cam. So the full back defend, as you can see with the heat map, they're going to support that holding defender centre mid. So it's going to be really important just to stop those counter attacks. Also, because you're going to have a centre mid on roaming that can sometimes go out wide, because you're going to have a very attacking left centre mid on the playmaker attack, it does mean that when you've got possession, you've got a nice support there in the middle of the pitch to keep that possession and to keep the ball ticking. Which means that on the right hand side, I do really like at the moment, my favourite combo is if you've got one fullback on defend to have the other fullback on versatile. So when you're attacking down the right hand side, then absolutely the fullback will get involved. We'll start to go a little bit forward. We'll start to give that width out wide and will be really nice to link up with the cam and centre mid. But if you go down the left hand side or you are attacking, then actually because our left back is going into midfield, the fullback on versatile just forms a back 3. So you get that really nice balance. Now this is what it looks like when you don't have the ball. This is the 4-3-2-1. This is what it looks like with the ball, and you can kind of see how narrow it is on this left hand side, and you can kind of see how wide it is on the right hand side. Do I necessarily agree with the positioning of the players? No. EA do weird things when you kind of go with the ball. Sometimes the player roles just kind of muck up where they are on the pitch, but this is quite a nice visual to show that actually one of the cam or centre mids is going to peel out wide and one is going to be more central, and that rotates. So just bear in mind who you pick for that right cam and the right centre mid. You want kind of like players, like I said, good passing, good dribbling, fairly mobile, good movement. I do always like on the right hand side to have a player like Harvey Elliott who's left footed for those cut-ins. I just think as well, when you're on that channel and you cut back inside, passing that ball into midfield, you want that to be safe, and I feel like if they're passing on their stronger foot, that's better than passing on their weaker foot. So that is what the tactic looks like with the ball and without the ball. As always, if you enjoyed this tactic video, a like and sub is very much appreciated, and please do comment in the comment section below how you got on with this 4-3-2-1, and I'll see you next time for another FC26 tactics video. Take care.